The world, as most know it, is a noisy place, a clamor of metal, ambition, and hurried breaths. But for Eliana, the quiet was the loudest sound. She lived near the great chasm known as the Emerald Scar, a canyon that split the continent, not with dry rock, but with deep, impenetrable mist. For all her 20 years, Eliana had watched that mist, knowing it concealed a legend, the City of Veritas, or Truth, a place whispered to be the true Heaven's Gate, a realm of perfect peace and justice, far removed from the petty tyrannies of the valley below. She carried the burden of her village, Stonewatch, which was ruled by the cold, calculating greed of a man named Silas. Silas controlled the only usable spring, rationing water, and trading kindness for servitude. Eliana knew the only way to save her people was to find Veritas and bring back its legendary wisdom and perhaps its rumored endless water source. 2. The inner journey, the first ascent. Her journey began not with a leap into the scar, but with a descent into duty. Her grandmother, Elder Lyra, had taught her the rule of the two maps. The first map shows the mountains. The second shows the heart. Lyra's final instruction was simple. You will not find Veritas until you have already built it. Eliana took this to heart. Before stepping toward the mist, she spent months rebuilding the crumbling walls of the orphanage, anonymously sharing her meager food with the poorest families, and using her knowledge of herbalism to heal the sick, demanding no payment. She earned no fame, only exhaustion. But with every selfless act, the suffocating fear of Silas and his cruelty seemed to recede, replaced by a quiet, warm resolve. This was her first true ascent. 3. Crossing the veil, the revelation. Finally, Eliana stood at the edge of the Emerald Scar. She stepped into the mist. It was cold, heavy, and blinding. She walked for what felt like days, guided only by the feeling of the rough rope she had tied around her waist as a marker. Her supplies ran out. She was alone, scared, and physically broken. Then she fell. But she did not hit rock bottom. She landed on something soft, fragrant, and warm. When the mist cleared, she looked up. There was no city of gold. There was a garden, a silent, expansive garden of impossibly vibrant colors, filled with trees that bore fruits of light. And in the center stood Elder Lyra. "Grandmother, you are here. Is this Veritas?" Eliana whispered. Lyra smiled, her face radiating the same warm peace as the garden itself. "Veritas is the truth, Eliana. And the truth is this. This is the reflection of the peace you created in Stonewatch. I came here years ago, not by walking, but by living the ascent." Lyra walked to a shimmering, silent spring at the edge of the garden. "This is the legendary water, but look closer." Eliana peered in. The water was pure, but the shimmering surface was a mirror. She didn't see the garden, she saw Stonewatch. She saw the orphanage walls she had rebuilt, the small smiles of the children she had fed, and the quiet relief on the faces of the families she had helped. The water only flowed because she created goodness. The gate to haven, Lyra explained gently, is not locked from the outside. It is opened from within. Silas controls the water source, but he cannot control the source of kindness. The moment you chose service over self-preservation, you were already in Veritas. Eliana understood. The goal wasn't to escape the world to find peace. It was to bring peace into the world. She didn't need to steal the spring. She needed to embody its endless flow. 5. The concluding reflection, the voiceover exit.
Eliana returned to Stonewatch with no treasure chest, no magic bottle of water, but with the quiet knowledge of her own strength. She didn't confront Silas. Instead, she started digging a new well in the dead center of the square, where everyone could see. Others, inspired by her tireless work and her unwavering hope, joined her. They broke Silas's control not with force, but with unified action and shared labor.
And so, the emerald scar still holds its mist, and the legend of Veritas endures. But for the people of Stonewatch, Haven's Gate is no longer a legend on a distant mountain. It is the community they built, the water they share, and the simple, quiet truth learned by Aliana. The highest ascent is not a place you go to, but a person you choose to become. This story is approximately 750 words, designed for a smooth, compelling, and descriptive voiceover, perfect for running over a single, evocative